Hello, everyone. I am live. How are you feeling today? I did not see, like, I'm rushing. So I'm going live, but I am rushing. So it is one of those nice, amazing things to go live on a Thursday afternoon, especially the topic that I have today is amazing. Um, I'm going to be, I have been writing things down. So I create things now on paper so that I can have a good flow that makes sense. Sometimes I can do it by just speaking it, but I want to make sure it makes sense. So welcome to the YouTube channel. It's the Love Channel. Loving yourself if you desire to be loved. So the topic about how you love yourself is called the three B's that you can control. The three B's, letter B, you can control. The first B, or not in any order of importance, but be curious, be yourself, and be your best. Well, so today is Thursday, May 22nd, 25. Welcome. And here you are. So here you are, beautiful people. Today's noon session. I am so grateful to you have chosen to spend this time with me. And it's really amazing to have you. Hi, Nubia. Um, and I'm grateful you chose that this time with me, honoring the journey of self-love. Because when we honor self-love, we are making it important for us to live a fulfilled life. The journey of self-love and deepening your awareness. That's where we are today. So you can ask questions as we go ahead and I'll answer them. Today's conversation is about something so beautifully simple yet profoundly powerful. The three B's. The three B's that you can control or we can control. The three B's in our life that we can control. The first one is be curious. Be kind to yourself and be your best. So when we look at those three B's, right, we have three choices. These three choices are acts of self-love. We actually loving ourselves when we make those three choices. The thing is, one choice by itself is not enough. You need the three choices to work together to make it matter. So they're not complicated. They're very simple, as you could see. They're not lofty. They're not big goals. They are daily decisions that help you come back home to being yourself. We go through the journey called life, and on the way, though, we meet amazing people. We meet people, and sometimes we fall in their energy. Their energy is so much more vibrant and huge that we forget we can have our own energy in that relationship. So, hi, I'm asking you guys to ask question. The first B today is be curious. Three B's. But the first one we're going to talk about is be curious. Curious, be kind to yourself, and be your best. And that is important. So, curiosity is the foundation of love. If you don't allow yourself to be curious about who you are, your patterns, your beliefs, your reactions, how can you fully accept or change them? So you have to be curious about it. Why do I behave that way? What's going on around me? What have I observed? What does it mean? All of that. You have to be curious. Curiosity is like they said, the curiosity, something about the cat. Curiosity killed the cat, but it came back, or something like that. You guys know this saying. So when you're curious, you're going where others haven't gone. You're going into places that some people have never been. Hi, also. And then we are often too quick to label ourselves as I am too emotional to be curious. I always mess things up. That's just who I am. That's dumb. That is putting a label on you that doesn't match to be curious. Curious, you want to know, hey, Tessa-Marie, how do you do this? That's curiosity. You look at the back of one tree and you see that bark of that tree is kind of rough and it has bumps. Yet the birch tree is smooth, but it peels off and it has rings around it. They're all different. You want to know why. And you want to know why this tree has so many trunks coming out of the ground, where this one is standing on one. I'm just using nature. And that's what we have to be curious. But what if we pause and ask those questions? Why did I react that way? Ask that question. Why did that belief come from? Where did that belief come from? What else could be true? So you see, some things happen and you messed up. So you have to be curious. You say, why did I react that way? Why? Because the person just pulled a little trigger that I came back roaring at them like a lion. Tell me why, Tessa-Marie. Don't ask me. Ask the man or woman in the mirror. Why? Why was I so angry? Why did I react that way? Curiosity. Where did that belief that I am not good enough, I am stupid, I do not have what it takes came from? What did that to me? It preventing me from growing. It's preventing me from finding the true me. Yeah. And you have to sit and ponder from that. What else could be true? You now found something else that you didn't believe was true, whether it was from somebody, something somebody said, you saw, and now you taste it. This is really nice. That taste, I love that flavor. But I wonder what else could be true about that taste. Is it just the peanut I'm tasting, or can I taste a hint of cashew or something else? Curiosity. Curiosity opens the door to compassion. It softens judgment and allows healing to begin. So when you are curious, you become more compassionate. I wonder what caused that person to be hurting. I wonder what happened to them that they lost their leg. I wonder what happened that, they can't see. Was it a health thing, an accident? You see, curiosity, compassion. And before you judge, you go, you know what? I don't know what happened here. I'm not going to form an opinion or make any assumptions. I'm not judging anyone. And when you do that, you're allowing yourself to heal in that specific way. And that is what is important. So you can practice self love. Say to yourself, because the quest is that I come across people all the time who are telling me, Tessa-Marie, I'm doing my best. I meet a lover and I fall in love. Man and woman, ask me the question. And soon after, it just fizzles off. Either they find me or I get bored with the situation. What is it in me? That's the curiosity. And I say, you have to go in and inflect. You have to ask yourself, what is it in that person that triggered you to fall in love in the first place? And what pulled the trigger of killing the relationship? What was it? It's not always your fault, It's not always because of you. It could be because of that person. People have unseen situations from childhood, responsibility as adults. And those responsibilities affect how they behave towards you. You cannot be too harsh. You have to have compassion. You cannot judge them all the time. You see, so you have to say to yourself, I give myself permission to explore who I am without criticism. Why do I behave that way? Do not criticize you because you find you're different, that you do not fall in line with all the stripes on that herd. Your stripe is going another way. Some stripes flow with the hair, others go against the grain. You might be an against the grain herd member. Does that mean you have to go and take something and scrape your fur to go up grain and down grain to match the rest? No, you don't. You just have to be curious and find out what's going on. And then we come to number 2. Be kind to yourself. You cannot love yourself while you're tearing yourself down. I cannot keep a lover. I cannot do this. I do it for a while and then I get fed up with it. And it must be me. It must be me. I'm looking for something that doesn't exist in these people. And I don't know why they fall in love with me. And when they get to know me, they despise me. Yeah. So you're saying, you're not kind to yourself. You're tearing yourself down. It's maybe, you know what? I'm a little bit overweight. And I notice that when we're together, she looks at other people and they don't look at me. Or I am just good for a particular activity. I'm good because I can do this to help. You're tearing yourself down. And yet we do it every day. We criticize ourselves. Many of us start the day with criticism as soon as we go to the bathroom. We even criticize when we attempt to get out of bed and we get a little ache and we get a little this. We get a little pull back from the body that we have abused for 60 years. It pulls us back and we criticize it. We call it the old cranky body of mine. We call our body names. We say our knees are old and cranky and bad. We're tearing ourselves down with every action we take from the moment we wake up in the morning until we go back to sleep at night. And yet we do it every day, criticizing our appearance. And the other one that we do so well is replaying our past mistakes. Something we did 10 years ago, and we bring it into the moment of now. And when we do that, we're not being kind to ourselves. We're not. What we're doing is punishing ourselves for that mistake over and over again. Do you know we are the only species on earth that keep punishing ourselves for our past mistakes? Do you know that? No other mammal on earth does that. They go on to the next. You can observe it if you observe the animal kingdom. They take off. You think the tree comes back in the spring and lamenting the loss of the leaves in the fall? No, it does not. It just decides I have to be shooting sprigs right now. I must grow for spring. It's not going to say, well, last year we had less rain and more sun. No, it doesn't give a shit about last year. But the human race, oh man, we love to go back to the last time. Remember when you did that to me? In the middle of lovemaking, you decide to tell your lover, the last time we made love, it wasn't so good. Really? Is that the right time to do that? Right? Are you being kind to you that's saying that? You see, I flipped it. No, you're not. You're causing that person now to look at you differently. And your mind is not in the lovemaking at the moment. It's over there from last week, last night, yesterday morning, Tuesday morning, whenever it was. Yeah. Are you being kind to yourself? No, you're not. You're going back into what doesn't pleasant. Replaying past mistakes, silencing our needs, our own needs. Not saying what we like. Not saying, oh, you should know. We've been together for 10 years. You should know what I love. Come on. Tell them. Be bold. Tell the man, tell the woman, tell the lover, what do you like? Be kind to yourself. That is saying what I love. I'm not settling. I'm not accepting. I am telling you, I prefer this. This gives me power. I love myself when I do this. Instead of saying, when is this going to be over, really? Because you don't like what's happening. So, who are you hurting? Are you being kind to you? But again, you have to watch how you do that, though. And when you speak it, though, and the words you use, though, not choose it at any old random time. You can ease your way into it. And you can say something, curiosity, and say, you know what? When we hug and we kiss, I love that. You do? Yes, I do. And you watch out. They're going to do more of that for you. But because you express how you want to be treated. Yes. You decided you wanted kindness to yourself. When you do that, that gives the other person permission to express their feelings too. So everybody's being kind to themselves. And guess what? It meshes. And you will find the person you're looking for there. Now, being kind to yourself means resting when you're tired. When you say, I am going to do this, and then you're exhausted, you have a headache, you're sick, but you're going to push through because you want somebody else to think you're good, you're a victim, I'm a martyr, you know what, they hurt me, they didn't do. No, you have free will, you have a choice. Be kind to yourself and rest when you're not well. Celebrate the things that you have succeeded at creating, not just the outcomes, but celebrate the idea, the thought, the energy you put into making it happen. It could have been a meal you prepared. It could have been just choosing the right bottle of wine for that dinner. Did you know that? It does not have to be a big thing. So celebrate your efforts and not just the outcomes. It was a great dinner, but it's the journey that matters, not the destination so much. Forgiving yourself quickly and fully. Oh, I slipped. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Saying cancel, cancel, cancel is not going to make it go away. It came out already. It's into the ethers. I am human and I made a mistake. I'm going to practice what I observe in the animal kingdom and in nature. I'm just going to be. Wait until spring and let some new shoots come from the ground. I'm going to scamper off to the next tree. If I cannot climb that tree, says the squirrel, it will never tell you until they, you see this tree over there? I tried climbing it 2 years ago and never succeeded. You'll never find a squirrel doing that. And the tree will not be crying in the spring for the leaves that it lost in the fall. Mm-mm. I am big, I'm tall, I'm going to dig my roots into the ground, soak up the water, and succeed. That's what it does. So that's forgiving yourself. Repeat this: I deserve my own kindness. I am my own best friend. Nobody is your best friend but you. Self love begins when you decide you are worthy of tenderness. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of a hug, a kiss. I am capable of loving myself, holding myself accountable for taking care, creaming my body 1 inch at a time, soaking in the tub because I can, using the best perfumes and the best lotions and potions, eating the best food, preparing the best meals, serving myself in the best china that I possess. Stop waiting for the emperor to come for you to serve him in that china. No, you bought it for you, serve it. I have watched my friends who have passed on. Their kids just took the box of all this royal Doton and porcelain and china onto the curb for whoever wanted to pick it up. Who was my friend saving it for? Just waiting for the emperor to come, but he never came. So be kind to yourself. Eat from your best dishes. Serve and enjoy the best meals that you possibly can, that you prepare. Buy the best bottle of wine, the one you want, you can afford. Get a lovely piece of cheese, even if it's an ounce. When you put it in your mouth, feel that the cheese is melting in your mouth. Be kind to yourself. Now, the third B, be your best. Being your best is about intentionality, being intentional. It's about doing the next right thing, even when it's hard. So, being your best is that your boss, I'm going to work. So, you see how I'm doing it? If you do it at work, you're certainly going to do it in the more personal part of your lives. So, being your best and doing your best at work when your boss is not watching, that is what being your best is all about. Being less than your best when you were paid to do the job is stealing. Cutting corners at work when you weren't expected to be cutting corners at work is stealing. And stealing does not take you anywhere. It just says you're not doing your best. And many times that attitude and behavior comes back to haunt us. Well, before you go to bed tonight, look at your day. Did you do your best? That's the question. Be your best. Did I love the way I want to be loved? Did I make choices that honor my values? Look at the question. Did I show up for myself today? Every night you have to ask yourself these kinds of questions. Be your best means, did I show up for myself today? Or did I say I'm not good enough? I am not worthy. I'm stupid. I am dumb. I don't have the brains. I'm not as brave as so and so. You're not supposed to compare yourself to so and so. Comparison breeds discontent. Who are you? I made some good choices for myself today. I honor my values. And then, did I love me the way I chose to be loved? How can you tell somebody how to love you, but you do not love yourself the way you want somebody to love you? You're not clear. You're certainly not clear when you're doing that. When we make decisions from the energy of our best, we create relationships and experiences that reflects that same energy back to us. But if we make decisions from an angry, frustrated, manipulative, criticism flowing from the mouth, negative words and actions and looks and squinting of the eyes and energy that are deflating, that's what we get back. We are the creator. We can create, you know. The thing is, though, we put a lot of energy and vibration into creating bad. When we are angry, we forget all kinds of decorum. Our body speaks, our eyes speaks, our nose speaks. The flares are coming out of our nose, foaming at the mouth. That energy should be reserved for creating a life we desire with love and kindness, non-judgmental, doing our best, being our best, loving ourselves first so we can tell others, hey, I love me. So give me a chance. I can show you what love means. That person might have never understood that they would just be the perfect person to ask the question the songwriters wrote so many years ago. I do not know. I want to know what love is. And I want you to show me. And because you know what love is, that person that doesn't know what love is, you can show them by letting them observe how you do be your best because you love yourself. You have to look at it. So bring it all together. Because when you be your best, you attract the best. That's what it is. You cannot be your best and attract what is not good for you. It's impossible. Because what you believe and what you send out there, this is what you get back. And you haven't got a choice but to do that. So let's bring it all together. Let's take a moment to inflect. Be curious about your own life, feelings, and reaction. Be curious about your life. Who am I? What do I stand for? What it is I feel when this happens? Do I love that feeling that I get when I do this? Do I want more of that feeling? Be curious. That's where healing starts, is when you're curious. You see what you do not like. Then be kind to yourself, because love can grow in judgment. You cannot get love if all you do is criticize yourself and judge yourself for not being an A+ supermodel with curves where curves don't even exist. No, love what is there. This is the only package you came in. You can modify it, but it's still the same package you came in. Be curious and look to see what you can find. So be kind to yourself. Look to see what you love about you. Be your best, because showing up fully is a gift to yourself and to the world. When you show up and you stand up, and you be your best in no matter what circumstances. And it does not really matter if it is not the best according to someone that knows you. What matters though, it was your best. You be your best because no one can do that for you. So these are not lofty concepts, those three B's. They are daily practices. And guess what? You are already doing better than you think. You are. You might believe, I'm not doing good enough. I am not curious enough. But you were curious to press the button and come here. Tessa-Marie is going live. You came because there was something here for you to learn. A tiny thing, not the whole 30 minutes, just one thing. Maybe this morning you weren't curious about a cyst on your face, a pimple over here. But be curious about it. Your health depends on this. Then be kind to yourself. Do not criticize yourself. This morning you did. And then you dressed like you came from the dumpster. Or you are wearing, because you're home, because it's raining, because it's cold, you decided that you're going to use your words, throw some clothes on me. You're not a garbage heap. You're a human being. Dress. Your clothes should not look like it came from a wringer, washer of 40, 50 years ago. No, they don't even, do they have them? Never mind. Be your best. Be kind to yourself and be curious about everything. So let's look at closing, our encouragement and affirmation. Before we close, I want you to feel this truth. You are lovable. Do you know that? Do you feel you're lovable? Of course you are. You are worthy. There is no price on your head. You're priceless. You're worthy. You are becoming everything you're meant to be. You are. You're on your way. You just came to hear me today to tell you to be curious, be kind to yourself, and be your best. Affirm with me. That's an affirmation. I'm curious about my life. Yeah, I want to really know, why am I here? What did I came here to do and to be? Who am I? I found out though, I am kind to myself. I am kind to myself every day. I'm committed to being my best every day. I love me enough to grow enough, to forgive enough, to shine. So I love me enough to grow, because if I don't grow and if I don't forgive enough, I won't shine. So I love me enough to do all of that. And that's why it's important to join me on Thursdays at noon. So remember, affirm. I'm curious about my life. Be curious about your life. Why are you here? What was what was the mission when you left where you came from? I don't mean from one country to the other, but from your core, when you were born. I am kind to myself every day. I treat myself with respect. I do not let others abuse me or criticize me. I stand up for myself. I'm committed to being my best. I love me enough to grow enough, to forgive enough, and to shine. So thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to love through me. I am happy you were there. See you next Thursday at noon. And who knows what will come through on the Love Channel. Let me see. Namia was here. Hello, and thank you for your continuous insight. Thank you. Yuko was here too. Alison came. And let's see who else came today. Oh, Dawn was there. So what did Dawn say? Oh, can't see that. Dawn said it's like seeing an overweight person and thinks they're just enough, they're just eating too much when they do have a medical problem. That is true. So many times we don't know that. Odedra came, hi, and Laura Brooks. Loki was a hello, happy Thursday from Las Vegas. Thank you, Loki. And Laura Brooks, Jesus loves you. And Allison, thank you. So, guys, that was great. Did you like that? I enjoyed this. So talk to you tomorrow morning for morning blessings at 8. And all of you have an amazing and wonderful day. Take care and love yourself. Thank you for choosing to press that button and join me on this amazing and wonderful time today. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.